Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The honorable judges, I hope that you've been having a good day so far and so forth. Also, may God bless us with pity, good health, and an open mind today. I am Muhammad Garalt Arial Azka. I am a student from Junior High School for Samarinda. And today, I would like to deliver my speech titled Ethnic Conflict Prevention. Ladies and gentlemen, what is ethnicity? Ethnicity is a named social category of people who are identified by their tradition, ancestry, language, history, society, culture, religion, nation, or social treatment within their residing area. In Indonesia, we have more than 200 million people in population. And because of that, there are many ethnicities in Indonesia. In fact, there are more than 600 ethnicities in Indonesia. And according to ethnic classification, the largest ethnic in Indonesia are the Javanese people, which make up about 40% of the population in Indonesia. The Sundanese, Malay, Batak, Minangkabau, Maduris, and Bugis are the next largest ethnic group in Indonesia. And many ethnic groups such as Kalimantan and Papua have only hundreds of members. Now with all this ethnicity, of course our life gets a benefit, such as people with different ethnicity and racial background can interact with each other, can learn about one another, and appreciate each other's uniqueness, hence fostering a tolerance and peaceful coexistence. Second, people can learn about a new way of life and even exchange practices. And third, cultural values such as art, music, and cuisines can become a tourist attraction in a culturally rich countries such as Indonesia and Madagascar. And although culture has given us so many benefits, culture also has a negative side, such as conflict between ethnic groups. Ladies and gentlemen, there are multiple reasons why conflict between ethnic groups can happen. First, economic gap. Usually in the relationship between ethnic groups, economic disparities is usually in the pattern of relation between the immigrants and the indigenous people of an area. The immigrants feel they are far from their place of origin, so they struggle and work harder, while the indigenous people feel comfortable in where they are and they feel they don't need to work as hard. And because the immigrants work harder, they are in a much better life, they are in a much better economic state than the indigenous people. This is what usually leads to jealousy and as a result in conflict. Second, the difference in cultural value orientation. The cultural value orientation possessed by each ethnic groups can form different individuals. This difference is caused by the orientation from different ethnic groups' cultural values that is used as a guidelines for the society to behave. This is what causes the difference in attitude and behavior between the people from different ethnic groups. And if this difference is not accompanied with tolerance and understanding, conflict is usually unavoidable. And third, negative stereotypes. The relationship between ethnic groups can run into a disharmony if there is a negative stereotypes attached by one ethnic group to another. And usually, these negative stereotypes is generalized to all members of that ethnic group, which make it unsustainable for that ethnic group to be labeled negatively. This is what usually leads to disputes and conflict between ethnic groups. And so, ladies and gentlemen, what can we do to prevent this from happening? Well, first, upholding mutual respect. Usually, conflict between ethnic groups happen because there is a loss of mutual respect in the public domain. One ethnicity feel they are higher in position than the other ethnicity, that they feel superior than the others. This determination is a misguided value, and it will certainly be the main trigger of creating an attitude of discrimination, hate crime, or even worse, it can lead to genocide. And therefore, it is very important to instill mutual respect at a young age so that this pattern of respect can survive when the individual becomes an adult. Second, increasing personal awareness. Many people do not know or do not study about how to increase personal awareness as the hallmark of guided democracy. They tend to put forward an attitude of egoism, which then turn around and clash with each other and creating conflict. And therefore, it is very important to instill a view of awareness that ethnic differences is not a problem. And there are much more important humanitarian problems that need us to fight for them. And third, respecting other people's ethnicities. In Indonesia, we have a lot of ethnicities, and each ethnicity has their own tradition, culture, and their own uniqueness. And therefore, we need to respect their tradition because we does not always know what they consider as a tradition or culture. And just like the saying, di mana bumi dipijak, di situ langit dijunjung. Which means wherever we go, we need to adapt to the culture around us. And I am sure, with this solution, all ethnic groups in Indonesia will live in harmony. Thank you for your attention to my speech. Good day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.